Thousands of U.S. Marines are now some 15 miles off the shores of Venezuela in one of the largest military buildups in the region. CBN's Wendy Griffith has this report.
As the U.S. military holds exercises in the region, President Trump is weighing his options, saying he's open to talks with President Nicolas Maduro, but military action remains a possibility.
I don't rule out anything. We just have to take care of Venezuela. They dumped hundreds of thousands of people into our country from prisons.
The world's largest aircraft carrier, the USS Gerald Ford, is now in the Caribbean as part of what's being called the largest military presence there in decades. It comes as the U.S. conducts airstrikes on alleged drug boats. The administration says it has so far destroyed over 20 vessels and killed more than 80 people. The president says Maduro is responsible for the intervention.
He's done tremendous damage to our country, primarily because of drugs.
Brad Bowman, senior director of the Foundation for Defense of Democracies, told CBN's Faith Nation why he believes President Trump is flexing America's military might.
The president, at a minimum, is trying to cast a shadow of power, if you will, over the negotiating table to get concessions from the Maduro regime. And he may be preparing for additional military action. But it remains to be seen whether they will conduct strikes inside Venezuela, which would be both legally and politically a much more serious step than what we've already seen with the interdiction of these drug boats.
Venezuela's government alleges the real reason behind the U.S. military force is regime change.
I think what he'd like to do is get Maduro out, convince Maduro you're done. You were illegitimate. You stole the election. You don't belong there. You're engaging in narcotics. You've caused a ruckus. You should leave.
Meanwhile, Maduro ordered a massive military call-up of his own, some 200,000 troops, while publicly calling for peace and proposing a face-to-face meeting with President Trump. Wendy Griffith, CBN News.
The story will continue to follow. Gordon?
Well, absolutely, we'll continue to follow it. It's the largest military buildup by the U.S. in this hemisphere for literally for decades, and to see this, is this the Monroe Doctrine writ large? Is it echoes of Teddy Roosevelt, speak softly but carry a big stick? I think regime change, Maduro absolutely stole the election. So are we enforcing that? Venezuela has been a problem for decades. And the socialist experiment there certainly hasn't worked. And the mass exodus of people and the extraordinary poverty of people there is frankly shocking given the amount of natural resources they have. So if they want to export that problem to our shores, I'm all with the president for no. Do we go to war? I'm not so sure I would be in favor of that. You just can't be in favor of that kind of action. But given what Maduro has done and what he is doing to enforce his own rule in Venezuela, I would absolutely support, well, that needs to stop.
You are about to make a difference around the world through your partnership with CBN. Your donation will provide relief to people going through unimaginable disasters.
There are tens of millions of children who are desperate for hope. You'll be the reason children across 80 countries can rewrite their future.
CBN refuses to look past the ones who have been forgotten, and your commitment ensures we never will.
Our ultimate goal is to achieve a time in history when the knowledge of the Lord will cover the earth as the waters cover the sea. Right now, CBN reaches nearly 200 countries with the gospel in their own language and dialects, and we offer prayer support to anyone at any hour of the day.
You are about to unleash God's kingdom across the earth.